Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my channel. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video is about some editions of books that I usually tend to buy when I'm thinking about classics. They are the publishers or editions that I usually check first when I'm thinking about a specific author or I'm thinking about a specific type of classics. I'm not an expert or anything. I'm just trying to show you why I'm usually tend to buy these specific versions of these specific books. The first two that I'm going to talk, they are kind of my exceptions because they are about two authors, and both of them they are like a detective and mystery kind of thing books. One is Simenon and the other one is Agatha Christie. Both of them they are in a paperback collections, and both of them they write a lot. They have so many books published. Simenon I think has like 74 novels or 75 and 20 something short stories about his Margaret detective. And Agatha Christie has the Hercules period, the Marple series, and the Tom, I can't recall the other name, series too, that it makes like a big list of books. So I decided to go for the paperbacks because they are cheaper and easy to find. You can find them in a secondhand stores and a secondhand online stores and in a regular stores. I would say Agatha Christie, let's put it right there maybe, is easier to find. And Simenon, you can find it in Penguin Classics, and they're like easy, kind of easy to find. It's not that hard to find them, and they're very accessible. They will look very nice if you put them together like the series, because Agatha Christie has this particular type of spine with some kind of detail in the middle, and Simenon has this kind of simple design, but all the art in front has kind of the same style but different pictures. It's not exactly the same, but it has the same style. So these two are my options when I'm thinking about these two particular series of books. Then I'm going to show you other kind of exceptions too, because I'm not really buying too many of them. This is going to be my vintage deluxe vintage classics. I have this Virginia Woolf. They really look very nice together. They are really short and they have these flats like this. They are really nice. So I decided to buy Virginia Woolf on this particular edition because they are looking really nice, and they have most of her works published on this particular version. They also have, I think, Jane Austen, and they have some series of collections like the Asian and the Russian collection. And I actually have one of the Russian collection, that is the Anna Karenina. It has the same flag thing. But the problem with this one is that, I hope you can see it. They are big books. The same happened with the Asian ones. They are really big books and they are glue paper. So when you are reading this one, they can be damaged very easy because they are big and they are glue papers. So I decided to not get any more of these versions. They really look nice together, especially the covers. They are looking beautiful, but I don't think they are easy to maintain. Keep them safe. And other reason is that some of the authors that they don't have a really long list from their works. They have just one of the works published with these particular editions, so I cannot have them all together. Not like it happened with Virginia Woolf or Jane Austen, that they have most of their works published in the same style. So these ones are not my first to go, but they are really nice if you're planning to get them. They don't look bad, but just think about the glue paper. If you're thinking to have the big ones, they are hard to maintain. Another one that I usually don't tend to buy too many, but I check them out, and it's just on specific works, is the Penguin Deluxe editions. They have this same kind of French flats, and I get these ones. I have the Saga of Icelanders too. So I get these ones because they have really good review about the writing, um, like the translations. On these are antique ones, so you need to be find the best version to read them, because some of them can be harder to read than compared to other versions. But I found really good reviews about the accessibility to read these particular editions. So that's the reason I get these two. What I have to say is the same. They have blue paper, so you need to be careful when you're reading them because they can get damaged very easy. But I think they have a little better quality than the vintage classics. And I'm checking these ones. They have really beautiful covers too. I'm checking these ones just for specific works, not for everything. Another one that I usually tend to check too and know of them is the Black Penguin Classics. So this one is Don Quixote, and I get it this one because they said it's very close to the original version, if I'm not mistaken. And what is good about the Penguin Classic, I have this one is a Spanish version. So if I get it in English version, it will look exactly the same. So you can have them both language and they will look the same. The format is the same. They look nice together. And what is good about the Penguin Classic is they have a really gigantic backlist. You can find almost any classic on this particular edition. So this one is my option when I don't find some author or some specific work. I will look at on this particular Penguin Classic because it's almost certain that you're gonna find what you're looking for on this particular edition. And they're very accessible, they're easy to find, and they're cheap. So that's a really good option. Another two options that I have is this two. They kind of have the same concept, but one is Spanish and one is English, and one is focused only on modern classics, and this other one has like all kind of classics. You can find old classics, more modern classics. So, but they have the same format. Both of them, they put like the author has the same style of cover, and they go with the same red spine. I'm buying the bolsillo for my modern classic for Spanish authors because I found that they have most of the work published in the same in this publisher, like Borges, Garcia Marquez, I don't know, other ones that they have. They are classic authors for Spanish speaking literature, and I found them that they have most of the works published with them. So I decided to buy this particular edition just for my classic authors that they speak Spanish. These vintage classics are for my modern classics. So I look for these ones when I'm looking for a modern classic, and not necessary for any kind of classic. Sometimes I do check them when I need to find a specific author, but I tend to buy them for my modern classic. And I get this one because they have most of the works published and they don't change the format. So I like that you can find the same author and have it in the same edition, the same collection, and it is all their work. It will be all together. Um, they have another modern classic in Penguin Modern Classic. They are really beautiful, but that's an issue that I found on with them. For example, that they change the spine all the time, they change the covers all the time. So if you don't buy it all together in the couple years, you will have to kind of you will risk it that in the future the edition and the format it will be different. On this one, it doesn't change; it keeps the same and almost the same like the Penguin Classic. You can find a really big list or back list of works on this particular edition, and they're accessible too. They're cheaper. They're easy to find. So those are like my options when I'm like not my first options, but they are good options in my. At least I think they are really good options when you're looking for classics. Another one that I find or I look a lot is this workload classics. has these beautiful end pages, and it has some quotes on front, and they have this beautiful spine. And also, let me see if I can put it, they have some beautiful details on top of the pages. The quality is really good. This is like a fake leather, and the paper is really thick. It's really good quality on the paper. On these ones, I have my Jane Austen collection, I think, and they have a really long, like a really good list of authors and works published with them. But not all the authors, they have all the works published with them. So that's why I'm not tend to check them first. I check the other two that I'm going to show you in a moment first before I check these ones. And they're good quality. They really have a good quality on the books. They are not glue papers, and the paper is really good. They're very readable, but they don't have any introduction or note notes, note pages, no extra information, no extras in this work. It's just the work itself, but they're a really good option. So finally, we're getting to the ones that I usually tend to buy the most. So the first one that I'm going to show you is my Library of America. I have a subscription box with these ones. They come in on this case, and they look like this usually. And they have a little ribbon here. So Library of America is a publisher that is focused on American authors, and they try to publish all the books from them and keep them alive. You can find like some of the authors, you will find 4 or 3 of their works in one book, and if they are shorter, it will be more of them in one volume. And if they have a long list of works, you will have like 2 or 3 volumes with all the works from those authors. They are American authors, and they, like I said, they are trying to keep them alive. Another good thing about this Library of America is they do some like good work. They donate some books to libraries, they donate some books to schools, and they always promoting the reading. The paper is a little thin. It's like a Bible paper, but it just to keep. They need to use that kind of paper to keep the works together, since something fell, since they have so many volumes, like you have 3 or 4 novels in one volume. To keep it together, they need to use that kind of paper. All of them, they are the same size. They don't change the size. All of them, they will be the same thick and the same tall, all of that. They come in a different colors. They have this green, and they have this like a red, dark red, and they also have a light brown, like a dust brown. The meaning of the colors on these ones is no meaning at all. They just have like one author in one color, the next author it will be in a different color, and the next one it will be in the next color. It's just to alternate the authors. I have my Shirley Jackson, for example. There are 2 volumes, and they are on green. And then the next one, it will be in a different color. So it's a really good option. If you don't want to buy them like a subscription, you can find them in single books, and you can find them in any store too, and you can find them online. And they will have, I will put a picture somewhere here. There is like a black cover with the picture of the author in front. It's nothing fancy, but inside it has the same quality of these hardbacks books. And they have a really big list of American authors. They also have some some poets too, some collection of poets, and they also have some set of works, like a 3 or 4 set of books that they sell, and they are like all American authors. So you can check them out. They are really good. They have really nice works, and it's a way to have one author and all their work in a 2 or 3 volumes. It's kind of easy. Sometimes hard to read them that way, but I think they are worth it. Then I have my Everyman's Library, that I think is my favorite publisher for classics. I'm collecting, if you saw some of my videos, I'm collecting these pocket editions that are short collections. Everyone is like a theme. We have Berlin, then you can have kitchen, then you can have dogs, cats, father, mother, all kind of themes, and they come in with these different colors of hardcovers. The colors on these ones, they don't mean anything. It's just different for each book. It has also ribbons. They are not glue papers. The quality of the paper is really good. They are all the same size, and they have really good like authors included. Like they work really hard to put the good stories. Some of them they are very popular, some of them not that much, but you can find a really good short stories in these collections. So I really like these shorter stories, and they look really, really beautiful. But the main set is these ones, if you can see. So these are the classics. They have the modern classics, that they have this red spine. They also have ribbons, and all of them they will came on this light red. So that means they are modern classics. They have a really good list, and usually if I don't find something on this one, like I said, I will jump to my red spine vintage. And if I really don't find anything, I may go to my penguin classic, but these ones are my first to go when I'm thinking about modern classics. Then they have other versions that are like more old. This one is like a really old classic, and it's coming in this kind of, it's a really weird color. I cannot say, it's like kind of pink, between pink, purple, dust. I'm not really sure. But this one is an old version. So they come in the same with a ribbon. And this one is like a Victorian era. You can see they are like a dark maroon. This one is like a Victorian era. And then they have this one. Let's see if I can open. This one is like 17th century era. And they also have other colors. They have like the dark green that is, let me check here because I cannot remember. That's pre-Victorian. Then they have the blue, like similar to this blue, similar to this blue, but a little lighter. That is the 20th centuries. And then they have a light green that is non-Western classics. And then they have like a really dust color. Those are the colors that they have. So they actually have a meaning on the colors when they do the publishing from this Everyman library. But the classics, they will have the same spine when they have the dust jackets on it. Only the modern classic, they will have like this red spine. It will be a little different. But altogether, you can see they look really nice. What I like about this particular Everyman's library is that at the beginning of the book, they always have really good introductions. They always have like a set of information or like a chronological work when the work was published, about the author, about the work, and that give you like a background how it was the situation when the book was written, and you can probably understand better some of the writing, why the author decided to write about these specific themes or stuff like that. So it gives you like a lot of information. That's one thing I like about this one. Another aspect that I like is they have really good translations. So all in general, it can be very confusing. I hope you understand why I usually tend to buy these typical editions or this type of editions of classics. But if we have to make a conclusion, I would say that I usually tend to check the author and which of the editions has most of their work published in the same edition. And then my second to go is like quality, that it will be Everyman's library is always the best quality in my thinking. And then obviously how beautiful they look, or how they look together. I like that too. Aesthetics is always included. So if we want to, it all depends what you're looking for, I think. If you are thinking just to find some classic and you're looking for the accessibility and price, I will go for the Penguin Classics and the Vintage Classics. Those are very accessible. They have most of their works published together, and they are very cheap and easy to find. If you're looking for aesthetics, it's either my uh, Library of America or Vintage Classics, or so many other ones that they have published everywhere. So they have so many options if you're just thinking about how the book looks like. If you're looking to find some extra information, some extra notes about the work and about the classic, I will always go for the Everyman's library. They have more information. Now, if you're thinking about translations, that is a little harder because each work, if it's not published in English, you will have to find and do a better research if you're finding the best translation for each work, because not always these ones they have really good translation, but doesn't mean the some of the works they have the best translation, or is also all the translation that they have may not work for you. So if you're looking about translations, it will have to be a deeper research. So it's a harder work when you're thinking about it. But I think that's the main idea about this video. I hope you like it. I hope help you a little bit to decide which editions you like to buy when you're thinking about classics, or maybe you let me know if you know another editions that I wasn't aware before about classics, which ones are better or which ones you prefer. Just let me know that in the comments down below. I would like to know. And I think that's it. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to know if I post another video, ring the campanita. And thank you for watching. Bye.